What's going on, y'all? Olympus Gaming coming back again with a discussion video. Like always, these videos are never scripted. It's literally me sitting at my desk with a cup of coffee having a conversation with you guys. So today I wanted to talk about the whole misconception that female content creators have it easier than male content creators when it comes to generating a following and monetizing that following. So before we jump into my whole opinion about this, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I am not going to beat you guys over the head with stats, statistics. I will leave some resources down in the description box, so if you want to look into it from a statistical standpoint, I'll leave you guys some resources there so you can kind of take a look at that and kind of form your own opinion based around that. But I'm just going to go by what I've heard, what I've seen, and just what I've kind of noticed when, going around Twitch, YouTube, whatever the case is. So I was just going to take this from the Twitch angle, but I think this conversation can be had across any platform where content creation happens, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case is, whatever platform that you on, I hear this sentiment across every platform. So I'm just going to say this: when it comes to generating a following, in the realm of video games and video game content, you have to remember that it's still a male dominant industry. So I'm just kind of going back to my childhood and, just kind of growing up playing video games a lot. There has always been like this infatuation with attractive women playing video games. Like, it's always been a thing. If you go on Google right now and type in gamer girls, you're probably going to find like the stereotypical image of a girl wearing a crop top with a controller. And I'll post some of those images on the video here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But there's always been like this weird infatuation with that. And typically when you have women now live streaming on Twitch or, YouTube gaming, whatever the case is, men are going to gravitate towards that, because typically these websites, most of their user base are probably adolescents men or, men in their early 20s, whatever the case is. So it's natural for them to go on Twitch, and if they see an attractive woman, they're going to at least click the profile and see what's going on. That may or may not lead into a follow. I'm not gonna get into the whole data about that, but there is a factor that we have to acknowledge that, hey, off the fact that someone is an attractive woman, that may lead to a following, because most of the viewership on these websites are male. So we have to look at that from that perspective. We also have to look at it from another perspective. I always tell people this, especially when it comes to Instagram, Twitch, whatever the case is, just because you have a following does not necessarily mean that lead into revenue or monetization. So there are plenty of people I'll give you an example. There are plenty of people that have hundreds and thousands of followers, right, on whatever platform. But that does not necessarily mean those hundreds and thousands of followers are going to purchase merchandise. That doesn't mean the 100,000 followers are going to, support you in other business endeavors. So you have to look at it from a monetization standpoint, saying, okay, this person may have gained a following a lot faster, but what about their viewer retention? What about, are those followers transitioning over to other lines of business? So I look at it from that perspective as well. You also have to look at all the other things women have to put up on these platforms. I've popped into a couple just chatting streams, before making this video to kind of prepare myself for this. A lot of female streamers, they have to deal with harassment, which, a lot of my male, viewers or people who I know who stream that are males, they don't really put up with that. So yeah, you have 100,000 subscribers, but if all 100,000 of them are there for you to exploit yourself, then that becomes a problem in itself. And I'm not I am not the Twitch police. I am not the YouTube police. I don't feel like there should be, other creators should not tell other creators how to monetize their following. If a woman wants to show her body more on stream because she knows that's going to generate her more followers, I don't see the problem at, because again, like I said in my OnlyFans video, that does not directly affect me as a creator. Like, that's another thing as well. I don't see why guys care. I guess for me, being a little bit older and me kind of, working a lot and whatever the case is, just kind of being around for a while, I just don't see why people put so much stock into this. Because yes, if this girl over here is getting, subscriptions and donations because she's doing something, how is that directly affecting you? It does, unless you're in that same exact lane of content creation. Even then, I just do not see why that would affect you as an individual and a content creator. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you guys are not aiming at the same thing, if your goals are not exactly the same, then why is it affecting you directly? I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to hold you guys too long. I just want to start the conversation. Let me know down in the comments section what you think. Again, I'm going to post some resources down in the description box for you guys to view and kind of form your own opinions around. But let me know what you think. Do you think female content creators have it easier? Do you think male content creators have it easier? Let's just have the conversation. All right, guys. Well, I am out. Thank you so much for viewing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.